Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, we're live. So what's up, Cole? Happy birthday, 23, 180 pounds, 5'10" specimen. We're Tanner and I, throughout coming up in our athletic journey, have always looked to guys that are built similarly to us. We just interviewed a guy named Logan from the Kenosha flight crew.
He's a freak.
He's a freak. I mean, he's 200, so he's even got 20 pounds of lean mass to add it on. He's super, super strong. But the common theme is that if you're under 6 foot, seemingly, you also have to be very, very strong, relatively speaking. And then, it's also easier to get that strong, relatively strong, but it's just like there's certain qualities that all seem to be similar. Chris is similar. Chris Spell is similar too. But we wanted to ask you about your journey and see, unaffected by previous opinions or any of our knowledge. Just want to hear your story about how you came up into your athleticism. I know it's not all 100% natural. It is training as well. So I want to hear the story, your opinions, and just pretty much answer questions that I'm sure you get asked a lot on Instagram as well. So the first thing we wanted to start out with is, when did you kind of fall in love with vertical jump training specifically? And is there anyone that you look to as motivation to kind of spark your journey, to get going with it and really, really fall in love with that process?
So the first time not first time, I guess it was the first time I fell in love with vertical jump training was when I kind of unknowingly fell in love with it because obviously you watch people on YouTube like Russell Westbrook, Vince Carter, all those guys.
Right.
I watched Russell Westbrook first, and like he was obviously stupid bouncy, and he's like you said, physical specimen. So I would watch him, and like I would go outside and I would act like on like a low rim. And that's another thing that's like a lot of dunkers like have in common is that they would go outside and low rim. And it's not coincidence. Like you're doing low rimming and you're doing plyometric. When you're doing low rimming, you're doing plyometric training because you're just max jumping for like hours. So but I unknowingly fell in love with vertical jump training from watching Russell Westbrook. And then once I started watching him, it came to Vince Carter, who's currently my all-time favorite basketball player,
Right.
obviously. But
Well,
then
you're only 23, right? So you watched Vince in his later years, right? I guess.
yeah, I watched it in his later years, but I would go on YouTube. Like I said, I would go on YouTube, and there's this one YouTube video, I think it's 10 minutes. I don't know how long it is. I think it's yeah, it's 10 minutes, and it's his 100 best dunks. And I would watch that so much. I would watch that. It's not even a joke because I would sit there and like I was the weird kid in high school, so I wouldn't make many friends. I like probably had like two or three friends, and this was like middle school, high school. So I would watch him. I'd watch that video like as soon as I got home for like on repeat for like hours
Wow.
while I was playing video games, while I was just sitting there not doing anything. And I would just watch everything he did and just like, because he's a god. He's phenomenal.
Absolutely. What was number
And
one? His dunk in the Olympics?
my favorite one, okay. So the dunk in the Olympics, that's not my favorite one. It's one of the most insane ones I've ever seen, obviously. He had this one on Tim Duncan that I really love. It was like where he skied with his right hand, and it was just the style, dude.
Yeah.
He was so funky. Like he skied in midair, dunked it, hung on the rim, and then like his momentum had him turning already. And so he was turning with his arm. Not he was hanging on, but he was also turning. So he looked like he was spinning, and then he just let go of the rim and just kept spinning when he was dismounting. And
Oh, wow.
that looked crazy. He did a drop step on this guy when he was on the Nets. Can't remember who he did it on. He did a drop step on I really can't pick one. I can't pick one. You're gonna
Yeah.
make me. I could go. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, it's funny, that kind of idea of watching, hours, being obsessive on YouTube, and just, I was similar when I watched Jacob Tucker, who was a 2011 slam dunk competition, but he was a 5'10" white guy. And I was like,
Jacob Tucker? I've
yeah.
never heard of Jacob Tucker.
You never heard of him? Really?
Never heard of Jacob
Look
Tucker.
him up, bro. I saw him freshman year of college, and I would watch his videos all the time. And 5'10" white guy and won the 2011 NCAA dunk contest. He would play for Illinois College. Would love to interview him too. Just
All right,
super
I just looked at the
strong.
video.
He's about 185 when he competed, and he claimed a 50-inch vertical. I don't know if it was ever quite that high, but it was like the dude had bunnies. So he was kind of
Yeah,
like, okay, if he can do it, there's at least hope that I could train for that. I couldn't ever do it naturally, but I knew that I could train for it. But okay, so Russell Westbrook and Vince Carter, your guys. So how did you kind of turn that into training? Like, where did you look for your training information, or did you just jump and that was kind of your basis of the
so
training?
yeah, and so I didn't mean to interrupt you. My bad.
You're good.
Initially, and also I'd like to add, right now my motivation is probably CJ,
Okay.
just because of the fact that I want to put him in the dirt. That's all. That's the only thing I want to do. I don't care. I don't care about anybody else. I just want to destroy CJ.
Why?
Just because it's just how it is. I mean, I don't want to be the best dunker in the world. It's not that I don't want to be. I mean, if I just so happen to be, freak it. But I want to be the best dunker for myself,
Yeah.
first and foremost. But also, CJ's down here in Orlando, like all the dunkers hang out with each other,
Yep.
and he's a good buddy of mine. And I don't know. I just whenever I'm really good friends with somebody, you'll know I love you. You'll know I love you because I just want to destroy you and everything.
That's that rivalry, right?
Like I guess he doesn't view it the same. Oh, he kind of views it the same way, but like I'm I think he thinks I'm joking, but like I'm not joking.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so back to the question that I was saying though, is like when it comes to actually training for your jump, how did you kind of learn what to do? Like, did you research a lot online? Did you try a bunch of different programs, or did you just practice jumping and you figured, I also want to be big and strong, so you started weightlifting, or how did you kind of gain your knowledge base that you work with today?
So the knowledge base that I've been working with today, or I've used to work with today, um, it was basically I didn't know I was training doing plyometrics from jumping every single day. Not every single day, but I did it like I did it a lot. I low rimmed a lot. I didn't
Okay.
know I unknowingly was doing that. And then as I progressively kept on doing that, and like I would play basketball, basketball was a new stimulus to me. So when I started running 5-on-5 pickups, that kind of like gave me a bit of a burst in vertical jump because it wasn't used to me doing sprints, and I would be sprinting up and down the court like a lot, and I would be jumping in game situations a lot. And so after when I was like 16, when I started running like 5-on-5, like I said, I was a weird kid. I would shoot around outside from like 12 to 14 with nobody else. That doesn't mean I became good just from being by myself. I was terrible,
And you
but
played in high school or no? Did you play high
no, I
school
never
ball?
played.
Did you
I
play any
didn't play
sports in
any.
high school?
Did not. No.
Okay.
Um, but like when I was 16, after I think it was my sophomore, junior year, somewhere around there, was when I started to play like basketball at a local church after school. And then the new stimulus from me jumping every day, I eventually hit my first dunk when I was 17. Um, After that, I was content with just dunking, but I was like, now I want a dunking game. So I kind of like I can't remember what I kind of put two and two together, but I kind of realized I was like, okay, jumping is physical. If I get physically stronger, if I can produce more force, then I should be able to jump higher, right? I just didn't know how to weightlift. So I would do like when I first started squatting, it was I'm not condoning this for anybody, but when I first started squatting, I was squatting like 225 for like 10. It was like 4 by 10.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And like that doesn't mean that you should do it. Like I should have worked on my form before anything. But then when I started to realize that like I needed to work on my form, that's when I like toned down the weight, worked on my form, started to slowly progress. Um, but then that was when I was like 18, 19. Um, I did the only vertical jump training. I've done two vertical jump training programs in my entire life.
Okay.
And one was a coaching, obviously one was THP. The other one was vertical jump Bible PDF.
Yeah. Which one?
I think it was 2,
Yeah.
2.0. It was the
Wait,
one that
wait.
obviously you can get online.
We both know what Vertical Jump Bible 2.0 programs are like. Which one of the like he has tons in there.
I can't remember. I think it was like intermediate or something like that.
Okay.
But I was like, oh, I can get past beginner. I can do intermediate. So I did intermediate. I did like one workout right before I went to Kansas to go visit my dad. And apparently that one workout was like a crazy stimulus. And like I saw an increase of like half an inch immediately. And I was like, so I mean, obviously anatomically everybody's different. I for some reason I just got it. And so I was dunking easily.
And
I was doing windmills, but not like I was squeaking them in. I wasn't like banging out windmills. And then now, I think when I was 20, when I turned 20, 21, somewhere around there, I actually learned what strength training was, which is obviously high weight, um, low rep, low set. And then after that, I was kind of like slowly learned linear and or it was angular and linear periodization
okay.
and just stuff like that.
So
And
have you found a direct correlation to your strength improving leading right over to vertical gains, or have you found there's some kind of period you need to kind of back off of strength training and translate it into jumping, or what's kind of the relationship between strength and athleticism for you?
um I I work really well off of a lot of like a lot of strength training and a lot of power training.
Okay.
Um, when I'm not like there's elastic athletes and there's athletes that aren't really elastic and there's like so on and so forth. I'm the type of athlete, and usually elastic athletes are like people like Anthony Height, CJ,
Right.
Tony Crosby. Not saying none of these guys work. These guys work really hard, but like they can work well off of just plyometrics, and like they can just if they just jump for the rest of their life, they could be pretty good. So yeah, that's I mean I work well off of training. Work really well off of training.
So what when you took your squat, basically you started out doing like 225 for around 10. And then what did you kind of at its best, what have you gotten it up to?
My one rep max ever is 405.
Okay.
Um, my yeah, around there. I haven't been able to squat obviously because of my knee injury. Well, I have. I've been squatting. But it's been like I'm doing load management, so I'm doing like slow squats, 135, 155, somewhere around there.
Okay.
I'm doing
And
them for like
what was the
4 sets.
injury? Like, was it an acute injury or was it like some kind of tendonitis or what?
No, it's acute. It's acute. It's my LCL. It's my LCL being sprained.
Okay.
And then from there, I developed patellar tendonitis. I think it may be yeah, it's patellar tendonitis in my left knee.
Okay.
That was from just me. I think no, what it was is when we were at dunk camp, I did a max no step jump, and then like it was like I didn't warm up enough, and it just hurt my knee. I was like, freaking heck.
What's the best you've tested your vertical at then?
Best I've ever tested my vertical. Oh, I love this. Best I've ever tested it was I was over there at Isaiah Rivera's house, and we were just dicking around, not doing anything crazy. And we were doing low rim actually. We were doing low rimming, and I didn't bring shoes. No, I did bring shoes, but I don't have outdoor basketball shoes. So
Right.
I brought Crocs, and I was just dunking around in Crocs, and it was my Venture Crocs. Those are my go-to dunking Crocs whenever I have dunking Crocs, by the way. And he brought out the Vert Tech. He's like, "Yo, y'all want to test your vert?" Dude, why not? So we were on asphalt outside of his house. Um, Austin Burke tested a 44, 45, I think, and I tested a 43 in Crocs.
Wow.
And I was like, and I hated Austin for that. I was like, dude, I want to murder you. I can totally be higher than you. I hate you so much. But that's just me being competitive. I'm super competitive. If I'm ever competing with anybody, don't take it to heart. Like I
Oh
just
no,
want to
I
beat.
mean, we know you by now just to be a lighthearted kind of, like to play around with people. So I totally get that. That's good though. I mean, you got to have some fuel for the fire to keep pursuing some such intense things. You know what I mean?
How long did it take you to go from beginner to squatting 405, and what did that look
Uh,
like in your training?
So it looked like a bunch of mesh, dude. It's garbage because I didn't know how to like I didn't know programming. I didn't know how to program my exercises. I didn't know that you could slow down your reps and it could still be the same effect, if not a completely different effect on on building strength. But so when I actually started strength training, I did 315, and I think I did it wasn't a 5x5. I was at my ex-girlfriend's college at her in her gym, and I was like, oh, I'll just try 315. I did 315 for 2 sets of 5, three
Okay.
sets of 5. And then like, oh, I'm like, okay. And like by the 5th rep, I was crapping myself. And so I was like, okay, I know I'm strong. I can keep working on this. And so I like I worked on it, worked on it to the point where I got the THP where after a little bit it had me squatting 375
Wow.
for like one, which I mean 315 for 5 for like 2 sets of 5 to 375 for one isn't a massive jump. That's not a massive jump at all. Then but it still is a jump. Um, then I stopped doing THP and started like working by myself, and I was able to get myself up to 405 for one. And
And now you're back with them again?
no, I'm still by myself.
Okay, just doing your own thing.
Mhm.
Gotcha. So that kind of leads well into the next thing. So what is your kind of plan going forward in training? Like what's a good, let's assuming you're healthy, okay? So what's a good week of training look like if right now and then when you're healthy?
Okay, right now, a good week of training. Matter of fact, I still need to train today. Um, I'm doing load management, so I'm doing slow strength right now. Um, but one day I'm gonna do slow strength. The day after that, I'm gonna do isometrics. Next day I'm gonna do rest, slow strength, isometric rest. On the rest days, you can also do isometrics if you want to. I mean, isometrics aren't really extremely taxing strength
Can you give
exercise.
examples of what a slow strength day would look like and what the ISO day would look like?
So what I would do is I would warm up. I'll do my warm up, which I do like various amounts of jogs. I'll jog 50 meters one way, backwards jog, serpentine. I'll do side run, side skip, side shuffle. I'll do just different stuff to get my just blood pumping to my legs. Then I do dynamic flexibility, which I'll do like single leg dynamic quad stretch. I'll do leg swings. I'll do stuff to stretch my lower back. I'll do stuff to stretch my hamstrings. I'll do stuff to stretch my core, my hip flexors, my groin, my glutes, everything. Just dynamic flexibility stuff, just to get warm, just to get my flexibility to the point where I can actually like start exercising. Then after I do that, I do my skips, which are um, basically like sprinting warm up. You'll do A skip, B skip, C skip, A2, stuff like that. I mean, if you want me to go extensively into those, I will, but
It's okay.
like
I just want to hear like kind of their overview as you go through it. So you do
then after that,
a lot of warming up. Yep. And then
after that, I'm done warming up. Then I'll do 4x6 back squat, barbell back squat. I'll do about 130. Right now, I think today I'm supposed to be doing 175. Yeah, 175 or 155, somewhere around there. It depends on how I'm gonna feel. 175, and I'm gonna descend for like 4 seconds, 4 Mississippis, and then I'll ascend for 4 Mississippis, and then I'll do that 6 reps, racket. Next set, whatever.
is that just a
I'll do
percentage
5.
of one rep max then, or how do you come to that number?
No, I do it until I keep adding weight each workout until I can feel like I'm recovered. I know it's not I'm not gonna get all the way to the point where I'm like 405. So it's gonna take like it's gonna take a lot of workouts for me to like
Yeah.
add 10 pounds per workout. But like it's gonna like so it's gonna take it was gonna take 6 to 8 weeks for my LCL to recover from when it was at its worst. So it was at its worst a week before dunk camp.
Okay.
So right now it feels perfectly fine. Like I don't have any issues with it. But that doesn't mean I can still like go do stuff with it. I'm still gonna be really even when I get back to healthy, I'm going to like progress super slow.
Right.
I'm gonna do like depth jumps to start it off, and then the next workout I'm gonna do or not really box jumps. I'll probably do box jumps. No, depth jumps, then box jumps, then vert jumps, then 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, blah 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 until I'm
Wait. Reel it back to your week of rehab training. So you were talking about
Sorry.
the slow strength.
I was getting carried away.
I know it's okay. I just want to reel it back. So you got the slow strength. You hit squats.
Mhm.
What's after squat?
After squats, I'll do, so that's usually when I'm doing slow strength, I'm gonna do a workout to target each muscle group. So
Okay.
I did a barbell back squat to target my quads, get them stronger so I can have my knees being supported by strong muscles. Then I'll do RDLs so I can hit my hamstrings.
Yep.
Then usually RDLs, I'm gonna also do light. I'm not gonna go stupid hard on them.
Right.
I'm probably gonna. It's not even a percentage, like I said. I'm usually gonna keep it around the same weight that I do my squats at. So probably like 155, 175. I'll do that 4x8, and I'll descend for like 3 seconds. Then I'll bring it up as fast as I can.
Okay.
Then I'll do calf raises. And and then like the next workout after that, I'm gonna do a variation. So the next workout after that, which after I get done with my one workout, then I do isometrics the next day, which is
Right.
gonna be me holding. I basically just hold a kettlebell as leg extension for 45 seconds. And I do that 3 times throughout the day. So I'll do it one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and then one in the evening.
Okay.
And then after isometrics, I rest. Then my next workout day, and my next workout day is going to be warm up, deadlift. And I'm going to deadlift. I think I did, excuse me, 225. I did 315. I did 315 for I did 4x6. No, I didn't. No, I think I did strength. I think I did a 5x5. I did
Okay.
a 5x5. And then I did front squats right after that. And I was doing the exact same thing. I was doing 135, descending for about 3 seconds, ascending for 4 seconds. Usually I'm gonna ascend as fast as I think I can, because the faster you ascend, you're gonna be developing more power.
Right.
Yeah.
You're gonna training. You're going to be training your rate of force production. The only reason I would ascend for 3 seconds is if my knee can't bear all of that force being produced really quick.
Do you
So
do a slow deadlift too, or do you do
usually I'll lower it slow, regardless of what like weight I'm holding. I'm an advocate of a deadlift being the entire lift up and down. So if you can pull that up off the ground, unless I don't know. That's not saying I get mad at people for just like dropping it at the top, but like it's an entire lift. You got to lift it up and you put it back down, because every single like the most or the most muscle recruitment that you can get, or I guess I guess muscle fiber recruitment you get from each workout is the eccentric motion. So that's just the muscle stretching. And
Right.
like yeah, so whenever the deadlift is coming up, you're gonna feel a concentric movement in your hamstrings. So when you're obviously bringing it back down, that's the eccentric motion. So when someone's like, yeah, I can bicep curl 45 pounds, I'm like, okay, can you bring it down controlled?
right?
So I'm always gonna do that no matter what deadlift, no matter what I have.
So when do you fit upper body into the equation, or are you kind of taking a break on that?
No, I still do upper body. I mean, look, dude, hey, look at me. Hey, trying to stay swole as possible.
When do you fit upper body into that week?
Usually whenever I'm doing isometrics, it depends on like, I'll do it like, I mean, one of the days lines up where I do upper body and lower body on the same day. I might as well do it, because I don't mind doing 2 workouts in a day.
Right.
But like I'll do it basically how a normal. I'll tell you when I fit the upper body, like when I'm not doing rehab. When I'm doing rehab, I'll do upper body like sporadically, as
Okay.
long as I get like 24 to 48 hours of rest and recovery from one upper body workout. I'm gonna do it again after that.
And you're not doing any jumping during this phase at all, right?
Nope, no jumping, no load.
So you have some sort of, is it some sort of feeling or some sort of date that you're gonna return to regular training?
So I'm not gonna get my hopes up because like it's not that I don't want to get my hopes up. I know I'm gonna come back healthy, but like if I'm like awaiting a day, then I'm gonna get antsy and be like, okay, I'm gonna jump on this
Yeah.
day. It's gonna be awesome. But like honestly, once I got hurt, I just stopped caring. I was like,
Well, did
I'm
you
just gonna
land wrong on it or something, or what was, how did you actually injure?
so I was playing pickup basketball. This is another reason why I'm gonna kind of retire from basketball and
Okay.
become a pretty good dunker.
Okay.
Is I went up for an alley-oop. One of my good buddies jumped up with me. I was gonna get that. And I don't my buddy's never gonna watch this, but I was gonna dunk on him super hard. And he basically he bumped me in midair. And this guy, my buddy, like he's a freak athlete. If you like know me, I'm nowhere close to a freak athlete compared to
Okay.
him. He's like 6'3", 220. He's got like a 45-inch vertical. He played like in the minor leagues, bro. And now he's playing D3 basketball.
Damn.
Yeah, exactly. I went up with him and I was about to boom this on him. And then we bumped in midair and then I didn't fall, but we landed at the exact same time. My foot landed on top of his like this, but instead of my ankle getting hurt and all the like, because apparently I have flexible ankles. I don't really get my ankle sprained that often.
Right.
But instead of my ankle or all the force and tension coming out of this side of my ankle, or I guess a ligament, I can't remember what ligament's on that side of the ankle, but instead of it coming out there, it went from my knee, and my knee kind of like hyperextended my knee on
Okay.
the lateral side.
Yep.
So yeah, it's not, obviously your knee's not supposed to move, or it's not supposed to shift this way.
Yeah.
So once it did, my LCL got extended hyperly.
Ouch.
It just got stretched. It
Yeah.
got stretched. And it was no bueno. I was
Damn,
like,
bro.
yeah,
Well, it would have been cool if you banged that thing on him.
dude, no cameras. CJ would have been there, so he would have been a
You know, I'm
witness.
surprised you don't set it up and try to get set the camera up and try to get these on film. I mean, I'd love to see that.
I was for a minute, but I'm the type of guy that I love to have footage, but I love authenticity. So I mean, if you're gonna be there and you're gonna watch me dunk, then that's how it's gonna be. The only reason I ever actually how I started and how I'm going to keep this philosophy for the rest of my life until I stop dunking. The only reason why I keep recording videos of me dunking is so I can show them to my kids when I'm younger. So
Exactly. Yeah. Just have record of it,
yeah.
bro. You did amazing stuff. Might as well record it. I mean, I see no shame in just letting it run. And if you catch something, you catch something, you know?
Yeah, I've tried it a couple times recording. But yeah, I mean, sometimes it's worked out, sometimes it hasn't. But
Gotcha.
yeah.
All right. Well,
So
then transitioning to when you are healthy, what would a traditional week look like? Like, would it be like an upper lower split or 3 full body days a week, or what does it look like for you?
so basically I do 3 very heavy lifting, not very, but I do 3 heavy lifting leg exercise or leg workouts a week.
Okay.
I'll do legs one day, I'll do upper body the next day, legs, upper body, legs, jump. Right after the 3rd leg day, I'll jump. Yeah, usually it sounds pretty stupid and retarded, but like I still get stupid high and I love it so much. It's a great stimulus. And then
Are you squatting all 3 of those sessions or
no. So my one leg workout is going to be I will squat. One leg workout I'm going to squat. Then I'm going to do probably power clean. I'm going to do a power movement. I'm going to do a power movement. Then I'm going to sorry. I'm going to do one strength movement. I'm going to do a power movement, and then I'm probably going to do another strength movement. Then that is me. Okay, so warm up. I'm going to do my sprinting right here. Then I do my resistance training. So that's what one day would look like. Then the next day would be me doing upper body, which, I mean, if you guys want to hear that, y'all can, but I just basically do compound movements. Then I'll do isolation movements. Then I'll warm up as well. But the next leg day, I'm going to do deadlifts. Oh, okay. I'm gonna warm up, skip, sprints, deadlift. Deadlift, because that's a variation. Instead of doing RDOs, I'm doing deadlifts, which are obviously regular deadlifts. Then I'll do another power movement. So I'll do like hang power snatch, or I'll do close grip snatch, close grip power snatch. Then after that, I'll do another strength movement. So I'll do like front squats, and then at the end I'll end up with calf raises, different variations, just so I can keep my muscles fresh and not getting used to it, so I can maximize the amount of muscle improvement. And
I like
then
it. So the day before you jump, what is your lower body? Is it particularly heavy still?
it's
or-
always heavy. It's heavy. I
and
do
you're,
the
so
same
you're
thing.
squatting the day before?
No, I'm doing glute. I'll do like hip thrusts.
Okay.
I'll do hip thrusts. So I'm not going to be doing like squats, deadlift squats, deadlift squats. I'll do like, usually I'll go squats, deadlift, hip thrusts, and I'll go like stupid heavy on hip thrusts. Then I'll go another power movement. Then I'll do another strength movement. Then I'll do like calves, and then rest. I'll make sure I get at least 24 hours of rest, which obviously it's not 24 hours of me sleeping, 24 hours of me just stopping working out, and I'll try to optimize however much nutrition and like recovery, carbs, everything. I have everything tracked, and like I keep this in my noodle.
Yep.
And then I optimize my rest, and then like if I work out at 12 o'clock and end at 1 o'clock, I'm jumping the next day from either 1 o'clock, I'm gonna pick a time from 1 o'clock to the rest of the day. I'm not
Okay.
jumping before that. That's just my mind particularly. I mean,
Okay.
I'm very particular.
All right. And how much are you eating every day? How many calories?
I don't record calories. I just record the macros, just the grams.
All right, what macro? I mean, you're probably eating at least 180 protein, right?
Yes, 180 protein, 200 to 250 carbs, and then an unallotted amount of fat. I just don't eat that much fat. The
Okay.
only fat that really I get is either from cheese,
Or meat.
butter, which I use for eggs. I don't really put a lot of butter on my stuff. Or if there's like, I'm not stupid strict on my diet, so I'm gonna have, if there's like pie hanging around, because also something, if you guys don't know about me, I'm a baker.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. So I like to bake things. If that's just lying around, I'm gonna finish it off. I have like a slice every once in a while.
What's your favorite
Um,
kind of pie?
Cherry, easy.
Cherry pie?
Yeah. Actually, I made one for my birthday yesterday. So
nice.
Put a little whipped
And-
cream on top?
no. I mean, I'm not gonna go out of my way to get whipped cream. I just have the pie straight up.
Do you eat it warm or do you eat it cold?
Why am I a psychopath? Why would I eat it cold? What?
Sometimes
Yeah, I
chili
eat it
pies
warm.
taste good.
Cold pie tastes. Wait, who do you eat cold pie, Tanner?
I haven't eaten pie in like 2 years, but yeah.
If you make one, though,
If
I'd
you
eat
made
your
one, I would
pie.
eat one.
Yeah, I'll totally make one for y'all. Y'all come over here to Orlando. Y'all come have a big old dunk session with us. I'll make a pie for you.
Little pie.
I can't say I'll house you. I mean, if y'all want to sleep in the same bed as me, I mean, you are more than welcome to. It's not gonna be comfortable. I don't mind it though. But yeah,
Oh
I'll
my
make a pie
gosh,
for you.
that's funny. Okay, so then I actually want to hear your opinion on flexibility training too and stretching. So are you one to stretch, like let's say you take a shower, you go through a little stretch session? Do you care about being flexible, or is that mainly a warm-up thing? That you mentioned the warm-up, but you didn't say if you do like stretching sessions in particular.
I think it was funny how you said that you stretch in the shower, because I thought I was the only one that did that. But apparently not, since you just said
Well, I
that.
was saying after you shower, but sometimes in the shower I'll do a hamstring stretch too. So I do that. I can't do every stretch in the shower, but you get nice and warm in there, so it's a nice place to stretch. I agree.
Yeah.
But curious what your stretching protocol is like.
Yeah, dynamic stretching I always do before. I've been lacking on static stretching. Static stretching is I like static stretching. Mainly because like I mean like loose and flexible muscles are healthy muscles too.
Yep.
If you have everything obviously tight, and like that's why if you have like tight quads, if you have really tight quads, you're gonna have like you're gonna be more prone to patellar tendonitis because it's
Right.
pulling on your knee up and making it more prone for micro tears.
Right.
Yeah, so I haven't been good with doing my static stretching. But I mean, I do promote it. It's a good idea. It's a really good idea to stretch. It's a great idea to do dynamic stretching. It's a good idea to do static stretching. Not saying good as in like, oh, it's okay. Like it's good. You should do it. I just don't do it because, like I said, I'm lazy. But like it's really good. It's really good for you.
I would not say that you were lazy based on the routine that you just laid out.
Lazy because when after I like the thing is if I don't make something habitual, then I have to like obviously this is for anybody. You have to grind something into your life for it to be habitual. And also I have a very particular mind. My brain works and like my brain functions obviously different from everyone else because everyone's brain
Special?
functions different. I am autistic. I'm probably on the spectrum, but I would never trade it for anything. But like my brain works certain ways, so certain things are easier for me to do in certain, I mean, this is how anybody normally is. So, but working out and this routine of mine is so easy and habitual because of the fact that I love to do it,
Right. Yeah.
that it doesn't feel like I'm not lazy. You know what I mean?
Right. It's
'Cause
just it's just part of your life at this point.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just my life.
Well,
That's how I'm
so
gonna do it.
since we did discuss injury a good bit, that was kind of my final like topic I wanted to discuss. Have you ever had, you mentioned knee pain already. Have you ever had, and you also said your ankles never really get injured either. So have you ever had like back pain or hip pain before or anything like that?
Whenever I used to do front squats and really heavy back squats, it wouldn't happen like insanely often, but like I would pull something in my back. I think it might have been like my rhomboid or something, but I would pull something like probably once every like 6 or 7 workouts. And
Your
I'd be
upper
like, oh,
back? Your
yeah, it
upper
was my
back?
upper back. It was never my spine. If it was my spine, I wouldn't be here with you today. I'd probably be paralyzed. But like since it was like I'm pretty sure it was either my rhomboid or it was one of my frick if I know, probably like lat muscle, like mid trap somewhere around. I don't know. I would pull something and like it would hurt for me to move and turn around. That hasn't happened in a minute. That was the only thing that's ever happened to my back. There was one time I did like a really heavy back squat and like I failed. And then I had like safety bars, so I fell on the safety bars. And then from there my SI joint felt like it was a little inflamed. So, but other than that, I don't really get back pain. Hip pain, no, I don't really
Okay.
get hip pain.
So do you have any kind of like core training that you do, or do you think you get most of your abs, low back, that kind of thing taken care of through the basic movements? I didn't really hear you doing much in the way of like any sort of sit up or a back extension or anything like that. You do not really do that kind of thing, or even hamstring curls.
No, I mean hamstring. I do like hamstring curls. I
Okay.
do like hamstring curls. No, I don't really do. I mean, I'm not saying that you shouldn't do core
I'm just
workouts.
asking what you do. I'm not saying, not asking your like to
My
condone
opinion.
or.
You don't want how I feel. You just want to know what I do. So can you tell me like who's writing all this down so that you guys have to bill me? Can you pay me for this? Like,
Oh my
no,
God.
like I don't do core personally. I do believe that if you guys do want to hear my opinion, I don't know if I'm running time. I'm not gonna make it long. No, I mean you can get your core workout from doing squats and deadlifts.
Okay.
But you can also it's really good to still isolate the core. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, that was pretty much the gist of our training related questions. The last thing I wanted to ask you is like how far do you want to take your athletic goals? Like, do you have any kind of BHAG, big, hairy, audacious goals that you're trying to accomplish, like a 50-inch vertical or do some type of contest? Or is there any kind of like, if you hit this, you're like, oh, this is awesome. Like I'm really striving for a particular thing, or what's the deal with that?
Oh no, I don't have any long-term goals. All my long-term goals are business related. My athletic long-term goals are yet to be determined because I don't know my genetic potential. I'm gonna work my absolute hardest to reach my genetic potential. So I highly doubt it unless I highly doubt anybody on planet Earth can reach their genetic potential unless you are a literal robot and you
Right.
cannot miss a single day and you can calculate everything in your head to a perfectly.
Right.
So I'm gonna try my absolute best to meet 99.9% of my genetic potential. Whatever that holds, whatever it may be, it's amazing.
What's the business goal you were thinking of?
Coaching. I mean, I love to teach people how to train. I love to watch progression.
Okay.
So if I can coach people, I would, especially, I mean, not just vertical jump training. That would be that's kind of my plug-in since I'm good at it. I mean,
Right.
I can get my way finagled into it, but I would love to teach people. I would love to just coach people like with regular strength and conditioning. I would like to coach people on just how to be healthier, just stuff in general.
Yeah, everything you've learned and accumulated through the years. I love it. I mean, that's what we basically decided to do. So, and you're at an even higher level of physicality. So I feel like you could definitely do it and just share your knowledge. But that was all the prepared questions I had. Tanner, did you have any final questions you wanted to ask?
Nah, this guy's a scrub.
Well, all right,
You guys
well,
can ask how long. You guys can ask how long it took me to grow my hair,
how long?
and I'm gonna leave the meeting if you ask me. You didn't let me finish, but it took. I mean, if you guys care, it took like 7 years. That's about it.
And you're never gonna cut it.
I'm only gonna cut it once I reach my genetic potential.
I love it, man. All right. Well, where can people find you to follow you? What do you want to plug? I mean, for whoever watches this to follow you.
You guys can follow me on Instagram at Colesot. Dude, I'm retarded. Cole Sotnam. It's my name, ColeSathngam 15. That's on Instagram. On YouTube, the exact same thing. Those are the only two ones I use. You can mail me stuff.
You
at my
post on
address.
YouTube?
Every once in a while. I mean, I haven't been posting too often, but I do have my videos. A lot of them actually, if I just gave that information out, I might have to take some stuff out. Because if you guys know anybody, you guys know this guy named Eric Bugenhagen?
No.
No. Well, he posts a lot of meme lifting stuff, and I love that stuff. So I made a bunch of meme lifting videos of me. This was not so long ago, and I also made a video of me chugging eggs.
I feel like you should be on
Chugging
TikTok, bro.
eggs?
You should be on TikTok.
I am on TikTok. I'm not gonna plug my TikTok
That's fine.
because that is also a meme that I love to create. And yep. So
Okay, you're about to mention email too. Do you want to share that or no?
my email?
You said email me questions. Did you want people?
Oh, you can email a question. I meant did I say email? I meant like physical address. I was like, if you want
Okay.
to send me things like gifts.
Oh no, that's fine.
y'all can send me stuff if you want my email too. Not y'all, but everyone that's watching, whether that be Troy and Tanner's grandmother. Oh, my email is cole.sotnam@gmail.com. Y'all can find me on Instagram. Y'all can message me on there. I mean, anybody's questions, I will love to answer. I always answer everybody that, unless it's like a really stupid question, which I don't think is really stupid questions, or unless you like hate on me for no reason, then I'm not gonna answer you. But
Yeah,
I
you do answer
everything.
all your questions on Instagram, it looks like. So
Yeah.
that's cool. All right, well, that's everything we have. Appreciate you hopping on here. I'm gonna stop the recording here and we'll be good to go.
All right, sweet.